interesting. No, it didn't sound like he was done. That wasn't the question.
I'd like to welcome everybody to our April 1st Brigantine City Council meeting. Please rise for the flag salute. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation. Please remain standing for our Deputy Mayor, Karen Yu, leads us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, in this season of Easter hope and Passover freedom, fill our hearts with peace, renewal, and gratitude. Bless our community with peace, our homes with love, and our hearts with understanding for one another. Help us to bring light where there is darkness and to walk together in love and unity. In your name we pray. Amen. Please be seated.
Read the Public Meetings Act announcement.
Notice of this meeting has been provided as required by law.
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Councilman Dennis Haney for a presentation.
Thank you, Mayor. Recently, a constituent of mine, third ward resident by the name of Mike Doherty, reached out to me. He is friends with a person who was recently diagnosed with ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, commonly known also as Lou Gehrig's disease. He asked if we could make a proclamation for May, and it being ALS Awareness Month, which it has been for quite some time now. So it's a beautiful thing. We're gonna do that. Yeah, certainly wish the best to Mike's friend and his challenges that he's going to have up the road here. All of us, the majority of us, probably known someone in one way, shape, or form who has been affected by someone with this very severe, deadly condition. And I mean, myself, personally speaking, my next door neighbor contracted it. He was a great guy, helped us growing up. Lived right next door to us. His name was Jim Meenan. He's a World War II veteran, and really good friends with my younger brother. I mean, they stayed really tight. And kind of a very broad, strong guy, and it really, what it can do to somebody is, it affects the neurons in the brain, spinal cord, where people lose their strength, coordination, and all those other things associated with that. But I just saw him from knowing what he was, what became, and I saw him in a wheelchair. I was living down here. I came up and I went over to visit him, and it's tough. So if we can put the word out there for others to support ALS in whatever way they can. And also our state government, there used to be some money allocated to resources to help those afflicted with this disease. And I know that there were some budgetary cuts across the board with certain things, and helping with ALS was one of them. It used to be about, I think, 1.5 million a year or something of that nature. It's not quite that same amount now. So whatever can be done at all levels. So without further ado, like I said, everybody's heard of this, Pride of the Yankees, big movie. Gary Cooper playing Lou Gehrig, who back in, I guess, 1937 or whatever, contracted that within a year and a half, maybe he was gone. So it's just to put it in a nutshell, I mean, that's how devastating this disease can be. So, whereas amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and ALS, is a progressive fatal neurodegenerative disease in which a person's brain loss connection with their muscles, slowly reducing the person's ability to walk, talk, eat, and eventually breathe. And whereas ALS has no known cure, and each year thousands of Americans are diagnosed with this devastating disease, impacting not only those living with ALS, but also their families, caregivers, and communities. And whereas the ALS Association is committed to making ALS livable and curing it for everyone, everywhere through advocacy, research, care services, and public awareness efforts. And whereas increased public awareness and education about ALS are essential to advancing understanding, supporting those affected, and encouraging continued research toward improved treatments and ultimately the cure. And whereas the city of Brigantine recognizes the courage and resilience of individuals living with ALS, honors the dedication of their families and caregivers, and acknowledges the efforts of medical professionals, researchers, and advocacy organizations working tirelessly on their behalf. And whereas designating the month of May as ALS Awareness Month provides an opportunity to raise awareness, inspire compassion, and reaffirm our community's commitment to supporting those affected by ALS. Now, therefore, I, Dennis Haney, on behalf of Vince Surra, Mayor of the City of Brigantine, and on behalf of the City Council and the people of the City of Brigantine, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as ALS Awareness Month in the City of Brigantine, encouraging all residents to join in raising awareness of ALS and supporting the fight against this disease. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to ask if Council could join Dennis Haney up front. We'll grab a picture.
So I just want to say something real quick. It's ironic that we have this proclamation tonight because I just got off the phone with a cousin of mine that I lived with for 10 years up in New York. and is diagnosed with MLS. And I was literally crying on the phone, and told me about one site here, healingals.org. There have been some reversals, and there's a lot of good information on there. 47 steps in this on this site, like prayer, positive thinking, supplements. Yeah, so I can't believe. Thank you for doing this. Healingals.org.
Hey, when Mike told me this, I just remembered before I got here today, I got the Phillies game on, and they mentioned one of their workers. I can't remember his exact title, but he was very involved for many years with the Phillies. His name is Joe Figueroa, and they just announced that he's fighting ALS. So I mean, gosh, but yeah, God bless them. God bless all those people who are affected with that and their families.
Tiger, do we have an executive session tonight?
No, Mayor, no executive session.
Need our approval. George seems disappointed. We need our approval of our March 18th, 2026 council meeting minutes. A motion second.
I'll make that motion.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes. Lettieri?
Yes.
Abstain.
Virgilia?
Abstain.
Hayden?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Need our approval of our bill requisition list. We have motion second.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes. Lettieri?
Yes.
Hayden?
Yes.
Virgilia?
Yes.
Hayden?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. At this time, we'll open it up for public comment. This is public comment on agenda items only. Seeing no public participation, we're going to close the public portion. All right, this time we have ordinance number 6 of 2026. This is an introduction. This is an ordinance amending chapter 105 beaches and recreational area of the revised general ordinance of the city of Brigantine. We have a motion second.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes. Lettieri?
Yes.
Hayden?
Yes.
Virgilia?
Yes.
Hayden?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. We have ordinance number 2026-97. This is a resolution of the city of Brigantine, County of Atlantic, New Jersey, introducing the 2026 municipal budget to be read by title only. We have a motion second.
So moved. Second.
All right, this time I'll turn it over to our city manager, Tiger Platt.
Thank you, Mayor. The city manager is required by statute to deliver to the mayor and city council a budget document for the preparation of the annual municipal budget. This presentation of the city budget to the governing body commences the formal budget process under the control of the mayor and city council. This open meeting allows for transparency in the process, as well as an opportunity to report to the taxpayers and residents the manager's budget recommendations. The CFO, Al Stanley, received budget requests from each department head. We have reviewed each department's requests and worked together to prepare and collect the data for the budget document. We have worked with City Auditor Leon Costello to verify compliance with the state of New Jersey spending caps law, the tax levy cap law, and other budget regulations. The city manager's proposed operating budgets are compliant with the tax levy cap law and the spending caps law. I am recommending this year, at the conclusion of my introduction of the manager's budget, that the mayor and council move to introduce the budget this evening as presented. The mayor and city council will have ample time to review the budget in detail prior to the public hearing and adoption anticipated on May 6th, at which time an amendment can be introduced if changes are necessary. This year is a self-exam year for the city's budget. Since 1977, municipal budgets have been prepared in compliance with the spending cap law. In 2010, the tax levy cap law was established, and the city manager's recommended budget is in compliance with both cap laws. The city's percentage of tax collection continues to be strong in 2026 at 99.46%. This budget reflects a conservative approach to the anticipation of revenues. Salaries and wages total $16,679,456, which includes required contractual commitments, anticipated increase in seasonal employees, and minimum wage. Other expenses total $9,984,391 and represents the OE for all departments along with insurance and utility costs. Statutory and deferred charges amount to $4,714,483. Level debt service continues to be an important initiative of this administration. The 2026 municipal portion of debt is $4,534,535. Reserve for uncollected taxes is a calculation based upon the entire levy of the city, including county and school taxes. The calculation this year remains conservative and is based upon the current local purpose tax levy and an estimate of the school and county taxes, as well as the prior year collection rate. The 2026 increase is approximately $98,834. In summary, the manager's 2026 current fund budget, as presented here tonight, totals $39,558,230. It represents a conservative approach to revenue projection and includes both the increases and decreases in the respective department budgets and other operating expenses. Based on the 2026 city assessed value, a penny on the tax rate equals $357,923. The proposed local purpose tax rate will increase 5.70 cents with a 2026 rate of 77.90 cents per $100 of assessed value. For reference, the tax rate in 2014 was 71.1. The water and sewer utility budget is supported by the billings and fees charged for the consumption of water by individual customers. Water and sewer utility, as presented, has a proposed balanced budget for 2026 and maintains a self-liquidating status. As such, any capital bond ordinances approved will not require a 5% down payment. The capital budget included in the 2026 budget is a 6-year plan for the city. This capital budget represents a total of potential capital improvements of approximately $21,209,200 over a 6-year period. The water and sewer will require a significant investment over the next 6 years due to the aging of infrastructure and state mandated requirements. In closing, the city's budget in 2026 once again is managed in a professional and fiscally sound manner. This has been achieved through long-term budgeting and projections, maintaining proper allocation methods and sound financial records while providing the necessary reserves for future expenditures. As always, I am available to meet with Mayor and City Council to review the budget and provide any additional information necessary. I would like once again to thank the city employees and the department heads for their service and dedication to the city of Brigantine and for their assistance in the budget preparation process. I continue to be thankful for their support, as well as their ability to work together to continue to provide the level of service expected by our residents. Also, I would like to thank Al Stanley, the Finance Department, and City Auditor Leon Costello for their help and inputs in the development of the city manager's recommended budgets. As I stated at the beginning of this presentation, I now ask Mayor and Council to consider introducing this budget this evening, keeping in mind that any questions or concerns can be addressed from this point on and until the public hearing on May 6th. Should any changes be required, an amendment will be presented for approval to reflect these changes. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
Tonight, we're introducing a budget that is focused on strengthening Brigantine's financial position, reducing our reliance on debt, and helping to minimize future tax increases. I want to be very clear about what we are doing here. This budget is not just about addressing this year's costs. It's about putting together a long-term financial strategy in place. The most important thing to understand in this budget is that we are starting to change how we fund projects going forward. A key part of that strategy is creating a dedicated line item to begin paying down debt and funding future capital improvements. In the 2026, we will raise about $336,000 towards that effort. Over time, that will allow us to rely less on borrowing for smaller projects and better manage our overall debt. We are taking these steps now so we can control costs more effectively in the future. At the same time, like every municipality in New Jersey, we are dealing with rising costs of utilities, healthcare, and wages. We are actively working with state leaders on utility costs, which are impacting both our residents and our operations. We have taken steps to manage healthcare expenses by participating in a coastal health insurance fund instead of the state plan. That decision has saved our taxpayers a significant amount of money. If we were in the state plan, our increase this year would have been nearly double what we're paying today. Even with these challenges, we are continuing to invest in our important priorities like roads, beaches, flood mitigation, and recreation. So the goal of this budget is simple: address today's cost pressures while putting a plan in place that will strengthen our finances and help limit future tax increases. And I want to put this in a little bit of perspective because I think we have a good budget, and our city manager talked about this a little earlier. In 2014, our tax rate was 71.1 cents on the 100. 12 years later, our increase is only 6.8 cents. We're going from 71.1 to 77.9. We had a number of years where we cut taxes, reduced taxes. We are holding the line, I want to say, better than anybody. But we are continuing to put budgets in place that position us to be strong in the future. And that is what this budget's about. I want to thank our city manager. I want to thank our CFO, our financial team, all our department heads, and our city employees for the outstanding work they do, holding the line on taxes and holding the line on expenses. This time I'll open it up. If there's any questions or comments from council. All right, seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Resolution 2026-98, sorry. Forgot the page. -98, this is a resolution authorizing the city of Brigantine tax collector to prepare and mail estimated tax bills in accordance with PL 1994 C73. We have a motion second.
So moved.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Lettieri?
Yes.
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Resolution 2026-99, this is a resolution amending authorized vehicles to be, procured with Enterprise Fleet Management, Brigantine, New Jersey. The total cost of the vehicles shall be $173,208 for the F-150 truck and $50,389 for the F-250. We have a motion and second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes. Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Resolution 2026-100. This is a resolution of the city of Brigantine accepting grant funding for the 2026 Cops and Shops Summer Shore Initiative. We have a motion second.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Resolution 2026-101. This is a resolution authorizing a contract for vegetation and fertilizer services with True Green LP in the amount of $41,660. We have a motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes. Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Resolution 2026-102. This is a resolution authorizing an employment agreement for the head golf professional services at Brigantine Golf Links. We have a motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Resolution 2026-103. This is a resolution authorizing a contract for reimbursement for damaged fence from snowplow operations in the amount of $175.84. Motion second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You. Yes. Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virginia?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Resolution 2026-104. This is a resolution, the state of New, it reads weird. Yeah, 104, it just, I know it's a grant, it just reads weird when the state have them. So this is a resolution. The state of New Jersey, NJ Department of Law and Public Safety Offices for the Attorney General Safe and Secure Communities Program. We have motion second.
So moved. Second.
Sorry, the state resolutions are titled different than ours. I get into the rhythm of how I read ours, and I'm like, wait, those aren't the right words. It's been a motion second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virginia?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 2026-105. This is a resolution authorizing asbestos abatement and boiler replacement at the police department in the amount of $10,900. We have a motion and second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virginia?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Resolution 2026-106. This is a resolution authorizing the repair of the pickleball and tennis courts. This is the amount of $14,000. The motion second.
So moved.
Second.
Now, we're happy to move this forward. A few of the pickleball players out there reached out to us, sent us some pictures of some damage. The winter was very, very harsh on the courts, caused some cracking or worsened some of the cracking that was out there. So I'm very glad we're able to get a contractor in. The goal is to have this up and ready by the season. So we're moving on this as fast as we can. So I'm glad to see this move forward so quick. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. We have a motion second. We have roll call.
Yes.
Lettieri? Yes. Hany?
Yes.
Virginia?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Next up, we have our consent agenda. We have our Brigantine Beach Volleyball Association for various states. A motion second.
Make that motion. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
You.
Yes.
Lettieri?
Yes.
Hany?
Yes.
Virginia?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Reardon?
Yes.
Mayor Sarah?
Yes. Next up, we have our council manager committee discussions. Tiger?
Mayor, I'd just like to announce my resignation. It's April 1st. Karen, you weren't supposed to laugh so quick. I know there's probably a lot of excitement, but.
Wait, I saw a
no.
couple people in the back.
Yeah. Nothing else.
Did you see them all jumping to make the motion to accept said John's like, it worked. I will not be making said comments. Turn over to our department heads for us. Oh, turn over to our deputy mayor.
I'm going to go with Tiger.
None of you are allowed to leave. You know how this works.
All right, first I'd like to welcome Mrs. Phillips back. It's been a long winter since we've all been shut in, and it's good to see you back with us. Yes. I want to thank everyone involved in the budget process for all the hours that you've all put into it. I'm sure this is going to be, like Vince said, making us stronger in the future. We had a rec commission board last week, and one of the major things was, parts of the discussion was pickleball courts, and I'm sure they're going to be all very happy to hear that. I want to wish everybody a happy Passover, happy Easter, be safe. See you in a couple weeks.
That's Paul. That's Dennis.
Ditto to everything said. I'll give him the third word. Thank you.
Mark.
Well, I'm not saying. Everybody's saying. Please don't forget, we have fish fry this Friday at the Elks. So Good Friday, Fish Fry, the annual event's been going on for about 30 years now. Ernest and Sons will be doing the food this year. So they've been met with rave reviews. Everything that Mel has been doing has been tremendous. So 4 to 8 p.m. this Friday. Obviously a very Lenten meal, fish heavy. Also, opening day, right? Baseball opening day, April 18th. It's coming up in a couple weeks. Mark your calendar if you can be out for that. And then this is not till May, but I want everyone, I mention it every year, Walk Out on Drugs that the Elks does that supports our youth. We send youth to a conference and it's for high school age. And we also send middle school age kids talk about addiction and talk about smoking and talk about all kinds of other things that would lead them down the wrong path before they get to high school and before the broader drug related things are introduced into their lives. So this is a fundraiser. We do it at the Elks each year. We all meet, council usually walks, and the funds raised to send Brigantine kids to this conference that we host every year. Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Mayor. Thanks to everybody for coming out tonight. Brigantine Cultural Arts Commission having a big day on April 25th. Frank Sinatra Show at the Cove. Tickets are $45 a person and great dinner and entertainment. So mark the calendars, April 25th. Other than that, have a great Easter. Happy Passover. And thank you.
Again, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Passover. I believe Passover started tonight. Wish everybody a happy Easter on Sunday. A couple board appointments to our planning board. Need a motion and second to appoint Frank Puglisi to the planning board. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passed. Welcome to the planning board. Next up, we have a school board appointment. I would like to reappoint Helen Kaufman and Shannon Fitzgerald to their positions. So we'll make that appointment. Good to go. At this time, we'll open it up to the public. Public comment. Please state your name and address for the record. Yes, John.
John Johnson, 36 Copiel Beach Drive. I noticed in my driveway, concrete driveway, a box painted out around the water valve, and a note was left, or a notice was left in my door saying that they were going to explore, I guess, the lead pipe issue by digging down there. And phone number, if you had any questions, I called them up. Very nice young lady answered. I said that my thought would be, if you're going to do it and there's a car in the drive, please knock on the door so we can move the car. She said, yes, I'll note it. Beyond that, until it happens, if in Coquille or any other area, if it is galvanized or lead and needs to be replaced, what action or time frame will the city take from the exploration and finding of the result, please?
Yeah, John, I don't have the exact timeline, but that's, so the island's broken up into 10 zones. They're doing exploratory work in zones 9 and 10, which are the last ones. And the reason we're doing the work there is we actually believe that a lot of those lines are not.
I'm hoping and praying.
The exploratory work would show that. We would have to submit to the DEP and then they can those from the project. So that's actually what the work is doing. We've actually been in contact with your board at Coquille Beach to make sure that they understand what's going on and what the process is. And hopefully we'll have more information soon, but it won't be anything immediate because we're going to start obviously in zones 1 or 2. And so you could be several years out if it's found there.
Good. Longer
Yeah.
the better. Thank you.
Longer the better. I hear you.
My other question is, seeing that there's going to be asbestos abatement and boiler work here, is there any more asbestos left in city-owned buildings in Brigantine? Do we know about that?
I'm not sure. I'd have to turn it over to our Director of Public Works.
I'm familiar. Yes, well, I hope so. And I thought that was already removed everywhere, so if it's still here, sooner the better for the safety of those that work around it. Happy Easter, Passover, thank you. And Tiger, you certainly shocked us.
If there's no other public comment, we'll close the public portion. Any final council comments? Seeing none, we have a motion and second to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passed. Thank you for coming out and watching your council team at work.